I just installed a replacement gate for my old fence. I used a kit called Adjust-A-Gate, manufactured by Jewett-Cameron. This video describes some of my lessons learned, and be sure to check out the other two videos that I put the links in for in the description. Here's what I was replacing. My old gate was ancient and really heavy and about 50 inches wide, and I needed to do something because it was sagging, plus all the boards were weathered, so I went through and installed a new gate and replaced all the boards but kept the same posts in place. So a couple of points on the insulation. First of all, another video had commented that getting the pins to align correctly was important, otherwise your gate will bind. So I took some extra time to try to make sure that mine lined up. It wasn't perfect, as you can see here in this picture, but it is good enough. The gate swings really well. The one thing that I did do was that I had an assistant who actually helped me by eyeballing when I drilled the hole for the pins. I had him look at eye level with the pin to with the drill to make sure that my drill was horizontal when I put both of them in. Another interesting thing about the pin was that it was really a challenge to get the pin started. They want you to put a crescent wrench, the end of a crescent wrench around the pin to turn it to give you the torque you need to put it into the wood. But you can't do that until you actually have the threads in the pin engaged in the wood. It took me a little bit of time to figure out how to do this. I had to take my palm of one hand and press hard on the center of the pin, and then use my other hand to actually twist and get the pin started. So the depth of the pin insulation is interesting also. The amount of depth that you get will impact how far you can open the gate. So my pin is set at about an inch away from the post, and you can see the gate doesn't open all the way to 90 degrees. If I were to unscrew the pins a little bit, I'm sure that the gate would even open further. And if you want the gate to open outward, you have to leave the pins about 2 inches away from the post. The one disappointment I did have with the hardware was the wire rope that was supplied. As you can see here, the wire rope just slipped right out of the swaged in. I assumed that Jewett-Cameron would have sent me a new one, but I just wanted to get the job done, so I swung by Home Depot and picked up a $8 kit and replaced it with a wire rope that was definitely a lot beefier. One other nit with the instructions: when attaching the latch, I did have to drill a pilot hole in order to get the self-tapping fastener to go. One last comment: the instructions say 1 hour, one person to do this. It took me most of the afternoon with a helper. That included demoing the old gate as well as removing the other boards and installing the new boards on the rest of the fence that you can see. So it definitely takes longer than one person, 1 hour. Overall though, I'm pretty satisfied. I think it looks pretty good, and it was not hard to do. So I appreciated having a nice gate kit, and I think it's going to last.